Hey everyone, today we're looking at LEGO Star Wars box art. From the iconic to the forgettable, I'll be ranking them all from worst to best. One quick side note before we begin, I will not be including any anniversary box arts or, very specialized ones or variations on them. I'm just going to be sticking with the mainstream box art. With that said, let's kick things off at the bottom with what many consider one of the worst movies in the franchise, and its box art doesn't fare much better. The Last Jedi's box art takes the last place on this list. The design feels cluttered with a mishmash of characters and colors, really lacking a cohesive theme. It just feels like they didn't really try here, which ironically matches what they did for the movie. Next up at 20, we have The Rise of Skywalker, another divisive film with some darker box art. The main character featured here was Kylo Ren, over a kind of black background of just a mosaic of Lego bricks. Unfortunately, all this dark colors really just blends together, and it doesn't really do much and make him stand out at all. It's just too dark and it all blends together, making it a pretty bad box art. At number 19, we have the Rebels box art. The box art for this series just suffered, in my opinion. I'm not sure who designed it, but the entire box seemed to just have this fuzzy filter over it. It ruins what otherwise is a pretty decent box art. I will also say the light gray background, I just hate that color. I don't know why they chose that. So while I think they had a decent concept and idea going, the execution feels messy, and it could benefit from clear visuals and a bit of a color swap. Next at 18, we have the 2004 to 2005 Darth Vader box art. This one coincided with the release of Revenge of the Sith and the prequel sets. While the idea of a stylized logo is interesting, the overall execution feels a bit off, failing to capture a clear look. After that, at 17, we have the Solo box art, which has a very vibrant colors. I will say, however, that top right is a little too cluttered. The composition up there needed a little work. There's way too much going on that it becomes overwhelming and distracting from the rest of the box. So while they're on the right track here, there's just too many people in that top right corner messing it all up. Number 16 is our current box art for LEGO Star Wars here in 2024. Now, the current boxes are fine, but they're just kind of boring. I'm not a fan of all the dark colors. I feel like it doesn't really fit LEGO style. Plus, the logo has nothing really special about it. It's just a Lego and then Star Wars in white font. I will say I like the changing character and accent color based on the show or movie. That is a nice touch. These boxes work okay, but they're just boring. Number 15, we have Darth Maul. His box art is decent, but not really outstanding. The blue and white color scheme here has this kind of weird texturing to it, and it's a little unconventional. And while Darth Maul looks cool, the overall design lacks a cohesive visual appeal. At number 14, we have the 2003 blue box art. This older style box is simple, yet somewhat lacking in the excitement category. The blue background with the gold accents and then the hands up top, it just feels way too minimalist, which may appeal to some, and I can see why, but it just feels a little too uninspired compared to others. At 13, we have the Force Awakens box art. Despite criticisms of the film's lack of originality, the Force Awakens box art is very straightforward and effective. Kylo Ren is front and center and a very imposing figure on the front that captures your attention without any unnecessary distractions. The black and red color scheme is just a great look, and despite my hate for the sequels, this is a great looking box. At number 12, we have the white bricks from 2019 to 2021. While this was an improvement over the black brick design, this design still doesn't quite hit the mark. The white background lacks the excitement and depth needed to make the characters pop. It's just a little too plain for me. Number 11 is the 2005 box art. This design stands out by the wrapping sets art all the way around the box, and that Star Wars logo prominently placed on top. I love how the outline doesn't actually cut off the box, and it just seems like it's placed over it. The silver accents add a lot to this too, and it complements the Star Wars theme perfectly. This was a really nice original design by them. Number 10 is Darth Vader from 2006. I love the silver logo and the combination of Darth Vader here. The silver Star Wars logo is classic, but the silver color scheme isn't overbearing like it is on some of the other boxes. It could have been cleaned up a little better, but overall the design looks really good. At number 9, we have the 2013 Yoda box art. Yoda finally made his appearance on a box in 2013, and it's visually a treat. They really took a leap here with some green box art, which is not really a color we've seen related to LEGO Star Wars before. But with Yoda being the center character on the top right, it definitely makes sense. There's also this texture to the screen that gives it a lot of depth, and this box art just has a lot of character to it. At number 8, we have Rogue One. The Death Trooper takes the center stage here, and while it's well designed, it kind of suffers from a color palette that's just a little too dark and monotone. It's a good design, but I feel like in the darker colors, everything gets lost and it's kind of hard to see. It doesn't affect my opinion of it too much, as it still made it pretty high on this list, but it definitely held it back. At number 7, we have the 2013 to 2014 Darth Vader. Darth's presence always commands attention. It delivers with a solid color scheme and a focus on the iconic character. It's a safe yet effective design. At number 6, we have the 2002 Star Wars logo. Here we have this surprisingly elegant and minimalist approach with gold lettering that gives a product a premium feel. However, some may argue that it lacks the playful LEGO charm found in other designs. This box art is definitely one of a kind. Nothing else really comes close to it. This box art definitely makes it feel like it's a product for everyone and not just kids. So for that, I can applaud it. I think it really matches with Star Wars at that time, and I kind of love that. However, some may argue that it lacks the playful LEGO charm found in other designs. At number 5, we have the 2009-2010 Clone Wars box art. This one features multiple clones against a predominantly white background with red accents. The overall box color scheme might be my favorite ever. I think the red and white is really clean, especially with the way they implemented it. It really just adds a dynamic touch that complements the Republic theme well they were shooting for here. At number 4, we have the 2008 to 2009 Clone box art. Now, riding the popularity of the Clone Wars series, this box art stands out with its striking white and blue color scheme. Then, of course, you have the iconic Clone Wars helmet on the front of the box, looking straight at you. This set instantly connects to fans of the animated series, and to me too. For so many different reasons, it was a great box art, and it was an amazing introduction to the Clone Wars series. Third place is taken by the 2007 to 2008 Darth Vader. This has got to be one of the most iconic box arts out there, and it's this Darth Vader that kind of has a stylized helmet going for him, and it's against this bold red background that makes his design stand out. It's nostalgic yet modern at the same time. It really captures the essence of a Darth Vader's iconic presence. Designs like this make me wish LEGO is still changing the box art every year. Our runner-up for the list is the Rex box art from 2010 to 2011. Our fan favorite captain is plastered right on front, and he looks great. It has a very detailed and dynamic graphic design on the top right, pulling your attention towards it, and I gotta be honest, I want a full picture of this. I want a poster of it. I don't know why, but this top right picture of Rex has got to be the coolest looking box art ever. It's very visually appealing, and that follows through the rest of the box too. Finally, though, we made it to the top box art of all time, and that is the original. The 1999 original box art, I think, is the best. You gotta respect the classics, and this one started off right. Nothing beats the original yellow figures against a starry space backdrop. It perfectly encapsulates the LEGO Star Wars partnership and feel. Not to mention at the time, the logo did actually change. I know not many people realize this, but the yellow figures in the logo did change depending on what set it was. For original trilogy, it got the, Luke and Darth Vader, the one you're probably used to seeing, whereas the prequel trilogy at the time was just the Phantom Menace, so it was just those figures plastered in the top right. You can definitely tell its age, I get that, but I feel like this box art best encapsulated what you were about to get in those boxes. Now it's time for you guys to answer. Which box art was your favorite? Let me know in the comments below. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And until next time, I'll see you guys later.